where we meet.
Yo, welcome to episode 26 of Pre-Late Gay Show. Sorry we're late. We were telling jokes that we can't tell on live stream in the back room. So.
Hey, it's July, baby. We're allowed to be.
I know.
I think
June is
YouTube,
gone.
I think YouTube takes issue in the first 10 minutes for some of those jokes. So.
Oh, I was talking about the latent gayness. We're fine on that front now.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Well, the GCA, they were doing the whole straight and on time thing. We were just late consistently throughout the year. So, yeah. Before we get started, Dagadol, how's your peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
I'm eating. You're going to start with me, and I'm eating right now.
Good.
Wild.
What kind of jelly are you eating, by the way, Nagy?
Yeah.
The kind that you jam down your throat.
Oh, there's half the joke we can't tell.
Are you sure it's not mayonnaise or
Yo, that'd be fucking gross.
peanut butter and mayo?
Oh my God. Now I gotta go throw up. I'll be right back.
PB and May. Oh.
PB and Mayonnaise.
Oh.
An oldie but a goodie, folks.
Skidback. It looks like you are trying to carry the torch from June into July with the gay stuff, according
I'm
to.
not gonna lie, dude. I completely forgot that it was the end of the month. I thought we were still in June. Oh well, yeah. Unfortunately, my time.
He's a fake American, folks. Deport him. We keep saying this every week. This
my
is the
time is over. There we go.
Finally.
Hey,
over.
well done.
My time is up.
All right, I gotta go make a quick phone call. Be right back.
Yeah,
But-
even I know Skidback. You're supposed to make it red, white, and blue. You can't just make it
Come
blue.
on now.
Yeah. It's
Dude,
true.
What? Like this is like a bat signal right now. You guys could find me. I'm illegal. You guys are just gonna get rid of me at this point. Gotta stay hidden. man.
Excuse me. Just 1 second.
Well, those new facilities in Florida are pretty comfortable.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing down the reports down in Florida.
Whatever you've got.
There's a lot of room.
Anyway,
Weather
I can't hear you guys
permitting.
because my earphones fell out.
You get your own pet alligator?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can't wait to get me an alligator, dude.
Apparently there's a nice rule they're implementing. If you do somehow get verified, you get to name a pet gator after yourself in the Everglades.
Oh, that's
You know, Mr. Gomez the gator, something like that. Like, and you could visit him from time to time. See if he remembers you.
Area. If you want, I can get the process started for you, Skidback. I'm real close to the area.
Dude. Okay, but on a real short notice, Nerd Slap actually made me eat gator one time. It was disgusting. It's
What?
horrible.
Okay.
Don't ever
Gator
have it.
tail?
Hold on.
It's good.
To be fair, the place we went, the gator they had was terrible. It
Their
was
service sucked
absolutely
too.
dog shit. So
I think I
next
call
time,
mine Allison.
next time we're gonna go to a
Name's
much
Larry.
better place.
Larry. That's a good one.
Yeah. So I was just going to mention this when we were at our vacation house, our big content house that we rented in Orlando. We saw a gator in the pond in the back,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jess immediately named it Larry for some reason. It's hilarious.
Larry the gator.
Larry. Yep.
No, Allison's the best. Allie the alligator. I mean, you can't beat it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Alligator.
well, you see things differently than us, now. Nick, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Stankman, what have you been up to?
So I decided to switch up Turkey Tuesday yesterday. I played some Hell Let Loose instead. Me and Big Back. That was a ton of fun. Got some really good games in, and you liar. You love to hate, But no, it was a good time. It is very tough. You're just spending most of your time like shooting at shit 300 meters away, and you have like no clue if you're hitting anything. But
Yeah, 95% of the time, this is the game. You're like, oh, I need to move up to the next trench. And part of the time you get to the next trench, and the other part of the time you just get shot in the head. And you're like, I didn't even see a pixel on my screen with a muzzle flash. So that was awesome.
see, the go-to is to play defense because everybody wants to play offense, and they always try to flank left or right. you find a little spot, you get dug in, and you sit there and you just mow them down, man. And it is a ton of fun.
Okay.
Yep.
Norman, what have you been up to?
Just had some lasagna. It was very nice, tasty. I just finished the Doctor Who in no particular order marathon seasons 1 to 10, every single episode watched, and I'm kind of at that dilemma now, as everyone is when they finish a marathon. I want to watch the whole fucking thing again. I just want to, you know, it's so good. But who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll see.
Awesome. Nerd Scalp. Freshly shaven, it seems.
Oh yeah. Touched it up a little bit, but it sucks because I also have a sunburn on the top of my head, so it's a little uncomfortable when I'm shaving it. But
Gonna have to invest in some hats.
Little raw.
yeah, a little bit, but you know, it'll heal up pretty quick.
It's almost like the human body is supposed to have hair there for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No, that doesn't seem
Okay.
right.
I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on now.
If that's the case, why do bald men have more testosterone than unbald men? Huh?
Where
just
was
wanna point
that
out,
study done?
I didn't say any of that. That's all feedback. So
Yeah.
I
But
think
no,
that
other
actually
than
is a
that-
thing. I think high testosterone causes you to lose your hair.
that could be. That could be. You know, just gotta go take
I
care
mean,
of
Alright.
this.
Here's
One
here's
punch
the
man.
thing,
It all
though.
makes sense now. Yeah.
But
For the
no, other
amount
than
of
that, I've been pretty
tests
good.
For the amount of tests that was done in the golden era of bodybuilding, there wasn't like a single bald man back then.
That was back
Mm.
then,
It's,
though.
look, they're putting shit in the things we eat that's making us bald,
Yeah.
killing
I
our
think
killing our
it's-
tea.
And
But
the
I did
frogs,
this by
man.
choice.
Turning the
Frogs.
freaking frog
Kind of.
bald.
Yeah, we're getting frog DNA, so it's like dino DNA.
Hey, you take that back. My testosterone is actually higher than it should be according to the test. So.
I believe it.
But yeah, other than that, I've been pretty good. Just been watching Earth Final Conflict and Andromeda, making my way
Wait.
through those.
Earth Final Conflict. Why does that sound familiar? I've seen it.
It's a Gene Roddenberry show. It's
Okay.
essentially like it feels like it's a little more like realistic about what would happen if we encountered an alien race. You know, we would
Oh,
try to like
yeah.
work with
Mm.
them, and like their technology would integrate with ours, but there would of course be some kind of resistance. It's pretty good so far. You can
Hell
definitely
yeah.
tell it's like early 2000s, you know, so
We have Zach's in the chat. Just want to shout him out.
Hello, Zax.
I'm going to be joining his show later tonight after Leighton Gay is over. So
Same.
I'll
Nice.
hop immediately over there.
nice.
Can't wait.
Let's see. So today we had a lot of fun news. Microsoft, some other AAA studios. Today's been a pretty jam-packed day of gaming news. Kind of wild, actually. So instead of starting off with that, we're going to go through my cursed bookmarks first.
But of course.
Let's see here.
That's the only way to start off the show. Come on.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is crazy. I don't know why this is happening. This dude's on the phone, and something wild happens.
Is he somewhere with an acorn? Ow! Me.
Yo.
Squirrel's after him.
Bro,
Holy
thought-
shit.
Damn.
They're looking to go fly.
That's got to be radius, right?
And then check this out. This freaking dog has to battle it now.
What the hell?
Now that squirrel's on some high tea.
And then look, you can see it run up the tree away from the other dogs.
Is he somewhere with an acorn?
Dude thought it was Attack on Titan. Holy crap. He said, go for the nape. Go for the nape.
He's got a full charge of gas. Yeah, that was
Squirrels
crazy.
have such sharp claws, man. I had raised a couple squirrels back, like
I agree with that.
my dad used to cut down trees and stuff, and we found some squirrels, like baby squirrels. We raised them, and then they fucking grew up and they tore the curtains to shreds. Just can run right up your body, no problem.
Wait,
Teeth are fucking like needles.
did you name one Peanut?
I didn't, unfortunately. That would have been a good idea though.
Don't they carry rabies, right?
Fly
Is that
high,
rabies from them?
Peanut.
I mean,
This is
Fly
what I was
high.
thinking.
Gone
Why
too
would that
soon.
squirrel go apeshit like that?
That's usually a
Yeah.
sign of rabies, I think.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So hopefully
Yeah, there you
he's
go.
getting checked out along with his dog. Okay, let's see here. And I got another crazy one here. I don't even. Well, I do know why this is a thing. It's because of the Russians. Russians have reimagined soccer because I don't really like soccer that much. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, yeah, I saw this. This is amazing.
Nope.
I mean, I don't like watching it.
Not the biggest fan.
It's
no.
all right to play.
You're
Yeah.
talking to the wrong Brit here. Yeah.
What about this version?
Oh,
I'm a big
nice.
fan.
Okay. Yep.
I'll watch this.
Let's
New
do
favorite
it.
sport, dude.
Yep.
One guy's got no helmet.
That's why I like hockey, man, because like
Yep.
you can just beat
Yeah,
the trash
hockey's
out of each other.
Hockey's the greatest sport.
I was
Hands
watching
down.
one of my friends play hockey one time at the small arena, and he like took one of the opponents and shoved him like into his like into the what do they call it, the not the stands but where all the teammates are.
The bench.
The
Yeah.
bench. Yeah, he like shoved him right over the wall and pushed him down into it. It was hilarious.
That's why I played hockey since I was 10. That's starting late for hockey players. People in Zach's country, they start like age 2, 3.
Right, face reveal.
Wow.
Ooh.
Hey, all right, what's up, There we
Oh,
go.
they're getting there. They're getting there.
Yeah.
Every other week they'll wear this.
The
and we'll
tank top culture is
get
spreading.
closer.
I guarantee you, by the end of the year, ABS can be in a tank top on stream. You heard it here first.
I don't even own a tank top.
I'll ship one
This is
to
the
you.
only one I own.
You'll ship one to me.
One day we're all just.
It's gonna be
wearing
it's
tank
gonna be
tops.
one of one from the Plot Strikes Back that ABF has.
Well, I don't know if I have the muscles
Wow,
like
Jess.
Nagarnal has. So
Damn.
You don't have any arms at all.
Nagarnal, did
I've
you
never
get
seen
your
arms on
muscles?
stream.
Did you get your muscles from Taco Bell?
Got them from IKEA.
From IKEA? Oh, Swedish meatballs, huh? Okay. All right. Well, I thought this was interesting. I think this is a real article that someone turned into a meme. Ireland's sewer system not prepared for Taco Bell launch, experts warn.
That's a
Not
great
afraid.
meme.
Will be, you will.
I never have a problem with Taco Bell unless I get Baja Blast. That ruins me.
That's the
I
that's
love
the
Baja
trick.
Blast, but I can never buy it anymore because that's what does it.
No, that's the trick. Is don't have any soda with their food.
Yeah,
It
facts.
doesn't matter if it's Mountain Dew or not. It just seems like the soda is the catalyst.
Ireland's been shitting sheep and Guinness for a couple of centuries now. I think they'll be fine.
That's true, Norman. They don't even drink water. They don't even know how to drink water, I think.
No, I never heard of water in my life. Never.
Yeah. That's like idiocracy. They're like, what do you mean? Out of the toilet or something?
What, are you a horse or something? What do you need water for?
It's true.
All right. I showed this to someone else the other day, so they're gonna find this funny again. But so this guy just tells his mom dirty jokes.
Oh yeah,
This guy.
these are great.
I can't remember if any of these are super inappropriate, but if we just look on
Find
YouTube,
that
I'll see you
together,
guys.
chat.
I'll see you guys on Rumble and Kick. So,
Just in
I don't
case.
think
Yeah.
so.
well, here, let me start half volume and I'll turn it up.
Hey, Mom. Why can't two Chinese people have a white kid? Because two Wongs don't make a white. Hey, Mom.
That's good.
What do bungee jumpers and gay men have in common?
Oh no.
If the rubber breaks, they're in deep shit.
What?
What's the difference between Jenna and a driveway? I pull out of the driveway. Hey, Mom.
Not
What's a nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's awful.
They both have a wet nose. Hey, Mom, why did Jesus have so many followers?
Oh no.
Because they heard he was hung like this.
Jesus.
Hey, Mom,
Mhm.
Always watch
what do
Steve.
lesbians do while they're having their period? Finger paint.
Oh my God.
So when I went to the doctor the other day, she told me I had to stop masturbating. And when I asked her why, she said, because I'm trying to do the exam. Hey, Mom,
Mm-hmm.
I went to the doctor the other day.
Oh, did you?
She
Yeah, he
likes
said I have an
most of the
addiction to
issues.
masturbation.
She's just
But don't worry, I'll beat it.
Oh, Dan, did you?
If a man and a woman need a marriage license to get married, what do two lesbians need? A liquor license. What do you call a blonde standing on her hands? A brunette with bad breath.
Oh my God.
Hey, Mom.
That's great.
So a friend of mine started a nightclub for men with erectile dysfunction. It was a flop and no one came.
she prepared for that one.
God.
What a legend.
Oh, that is great.
That is great.
Okay. Sorry about that. I had to get that one out of the way. Let's see here. All right, we're done with the funnies. I got this. This is kind of funny, but tragic. A Steam Deck owner thanked Valve in an open letter after his case protected the console from a fire that destroyed everything else.
Damn.
So I can attest this like case that you put your Steam Deck in, it's like really padded or something, and I guess it's fireproof somehow too. So
wow,
kind of interesting.
It's a good way to advertise your stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got a badger raid.
Oh, badger!
Oh,
shoot.
Badger.
Nice.
What up,
Oh
guys?
yeah.
Welcome on in.
Tony French.
That Dame's got some real maxi, see?
Hey,
Yeah,
what's
Shane.
up?
What's up, Archie?
What's up, Tony? Let's see here.
What's going on?
And then okay. So I don't know if you guys know who Digital Foundry is, but they typically rate hardware, and they've had a little bit of controversy in the past by doing that incorrectly. But they put out this pretty decent video on the new Switch 2. The OLED display, more specifically, is not as good as people think it is. It's actually worse than the Switch 1.
The problem is that the response time of pixels, or at least the way it's being driven, is not adequate. And
so just keep an eye of when he's like scrolling back and forth. It like the video is like trailing really, really bad.
as a result, you actually do see a lot of sort of trails, blur on things. So if you're playing, say, a side-scrolling 2D platform game, like imagine you're playing Sonic on there, Sonic Mania. You get this checkerboard field. You've got a lot of contrast.
Obviously, most people play their Switch on the TV, so that's going to
Yeah.
scale up and look terrible.
If 200,
So that would directly counter this, right? If you put it through your TV. But yeah.
40 frames per second for like a slow motion
Ugh.
video, you essentially get 4 individual
I would
ghost
hate that.
images of
I would
everything.
absolutely
it's gonna
hate
get
that.
migraine.
That
Your
looks
eyes perceive this
awful.
as blur. It's actually slower than the original Switch 1 LCD from 2017.
Jeez.
This is what surprised me the most, because
And I believe it's also worse than the OLED Switch 1 as well. So if somehow they put a worse display on the newest device, kind of weird.
Yeah,
the
that's
nature
criminal.
of modern LCDs, I'm genuinely confused as to how this is the case. It shouldn't be that much worse, but it is. And as a result, it means that 2D games, especially, or anything with a lot of lateral motion, just kind of smears in a messy way.
So if you're doing like a side-scrolling game, you're gonna see that really, really bad. So, yeah, Gunho, don't tell him that I said something bad about the Switch 2, please.
Isn't it selling pretty well though? Like the fastest
dude,
launch for a Nintendo product ever. Something
it's
like that.
it's doing great, and this isn't gonna stop it. I'm just pointing it out.
No, I get, yeah.
And it might even be that there's like a software issue, and they can update it, and possibly will fix.
Either that or it wasn't ready, and the Switch 2 is just a test bed while they work on the upgrade.
And that's why it's usually not great to get in on the ground floor of anything. Like pre-ordering a car, they don't even know what the specs are yet because it's the Toyota Supra that coming out or something like that. A lot of people
Don't buy
do
new.
that.
Never buy new. Ever.
I know. Yeah, especially with cars. I've never owned a new car. I always get used cars.
Yeah, my friend bought a new one time, and he was like, "Never again."
Yep. But yeah, even PC Gamer was pointing this out. I guess PC Gamer would point that out because they are always in the anti-console
Ronan.
camp, right?
Yep. What up, Ronan?
Let's see here. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this too, really quick. Nerd Scalp.
Yes.
Did you want to play Peak?
Yes.
So this game is interesting. You start out kind of like what's that TV show Lost, where you're on like a deserted island. You just crash in an airplane right there, and you need to get a radio signal. But the only way to do that is to climb the highest point of the island. And you have to use teamwork to get up there. It looks kind of fun.
Yeah, this will be very fun. I think you can have up to 4 people in a game, and so yeah, I am actually gonna purchase it right now.
Wasn't there a game like this like kind of like Only Up?
Yes.
Only Up.
Yeah, and then there's also Chain Together.
Chain Together.
Oh god, that game sucked so bad, dude.
I mean, this kind of seems like that, except it's just like got this weird
it's in that genre.
Animation to it.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of developers are starting to realize now is that people do like simple games. Climb to the top of this, or see if you can get to that bit over there, or whatever.
Different things with co-op too. Yeah.
Oh, this right here. So look at he like throws something and he makes like a platform. This reminds me of the platform gun from Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh yeah.
So. And they probably stole a lot of good ideas from other games to put in here too.
The stamina reminds me of the Breath of the Wild stamina a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why this reminds me of like South Park to a degree.
I mean,
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, just not as rough around the edges, but it's got the spirit.
Yeah, and I've been watching Jeff and all of them over on the Drink Up page play it, and
really? Yeah,
it looks like it's so much fun.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait to play it.
Well, I'm thinking of dedicating one of my streaming days to playing stuff off the Steam Deck, so I actually start using it again. Maybe I'll pick it up.
Hell yeah.
That would be a good game to do it on, possibly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want a backpack with Naganal? Just clip my climbing gear to his. No, but it looks like you give people piggybacks. So I'm sure no one's going to make any gay jokes when that happens. So.
There's a lot of climbing games coming out recently. I don't know why. Like Only Up's a bit different because that's kind of platforming.
Well,
here's not just straight climbing, but like there's the Cairn one that we saw at the showcase and I tried the demo. It was pretty good, but the protagonist is just a DEI freak show. And there was another one that's just came out on PlayStation. I can't remember what it's called.
Just a stab in the dark. Is it possible that it's like easier to develop a game from the ground up because like Unreal Engine has good climbing built into the engine?
That could be.
Yeah.
Have any of you played Getting Over It?
I was just about to ask that.
That game it can be fun, but is extremely rage-inducing. Your character is like in a pot, and you have like a pickaxe, and you're trying to climb, and it is so infuriating every time you
Oh, I know
fall.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I saw one clip of that game and I'm like, I'm never playing that. Screw that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Because you can get like almost to the end of the game, you'll fall, and then there's like a commentator that'll like make fun of you with like lowbrow humor. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a motivational quote type of thing, but it's got that like little asshole like remark to it too, and it's like, yeah.
Later, Moxie. Thanks for stopping by.
Peace out,
See you
Moxie.
later,
Yeah,
Moxie.
See you.
Jerry DeSills became a member all on his own. Dude, thank you so much.
Let's go.
Can't wait to hear a poem from you from
Yes.
your first month's membership.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. And just clear out another old tab that I have. A early build of Concord got leaked onto the internet. And it's missing like a whole bunch of assets and whatnot, but apparently you can like grab it and fool around with Concord. So not that you'd want to.
Fool around with it.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't know why you'd want to, but it'd be kind of funny.
I still listen to that Concord is Dead song every once in a while. It was a banger.
Let's see here. Oh, right. All right. Start sharing window. So we just came out of Pride Month. Halo decided to post on their official account that this is all of a sudden Disability Pride Month now.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Oh boy. Well, hey, that mean you know what? That means that Figback can put the sign back to the rainbow colors.
Oh, true. True that.
Oh, is he disabled as well? We didn't. All right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, mentally.
We've never
but
seen
yes.
Mentally, yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a brain injury.
Oh, so it's only. Oh,
No,
Don't think
you're
about it
good.
too much,
You're
Figback.
good. You're
Yeah.
good. Don't hurt yourself thinking about it. Just leave the colors.
You're in a safe place, Big Back. Everything's
got
fine.
that.
it's like a triple whammy, dude. It's like, I'm prideful. I'm not. I have a couple brain cells gone, and my
couple?
complexion. It's just triple whammy, dude. Triple whammy.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't farm for currency with that quite like you could in like 2020, you know?
Yeah, dude. I can't. I make too much money to be on Section 8.
Oh man.
Yeah, that sucks. Though. I was hoping that Halo would come to PlayStation like Gears is. I assume it probably still will, but now I'm thinking I won't even bother.
Yeah, well, I think it was they put something out. Let's see if I can find it because it was on their official page. I think I shouted it out the other day. And it was
Yeah.
I
Solid.
can't find it, but October there's going to be an actual announcement of the next Halo game, so we're going to find out more on that. But to tee off into our Microsoft discussion, though, I found this interesting. Windows, the operating system, seemingly lost 400 million users in the past 3 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Official Microsoft statements show hints of a shrinking user base.
I wonder why.
That is really a lot.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Why?
Do you think Russia has anything to do with that?
I think. Why would Russia have something to do with that? Like
Because
pirated copies,
if you think of the general workplace environment, even if it's like a shop or something, they're going to have at least 3 Windows software computers, and then you scale up to an office, and you've got hundreds of them.
That's a possibility. I think part of it is that people don't buy laptops anymore, and they just do everything from their phone because they can. It's not a very good experience compared to owning a laptop. It's a lot nicer, but I feel like people are buying computers less because they can get away with that. They're moving to tablets maybe, or they're hopping on just some other operating system. We have the Steam Deck now and consoles and Switches and stuff like that. So
And you've got the largest company in the world, Apple, of course.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I would like to see numbers of Apple if their user base has been growing or staying the same.
Because they've not really been. I mean, they did the whole visor thing a couple of years ago that kind of went nowhere, and they're not talking about it anymore. But they haven't really innovated in a while. It's just here's the next one.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
true.
curious.
Like I use a MacBook, but I bought this thing in 2022, I think it was, because it was on sale, and I got some credit for it as well because I traded in an old device. So it's like, why not?
What was the title again, ABF? It was how many users were lost?
Yeah, 400 million users. Yeah, this isn't one of those situations where they're talking about players versus copies sold. Seems to actually be, well, I don't know. That actually makes me think about it. Does a user count as a device also?
That's what I'm thinking. So
in most cases, it probably does.
yeah,
But yeah,
because like if you have two PCs in your house, say, right, like for that's your streaming setup. That's technically two different users, even though you're using them both by yourself. So they probably do it by per license, or like serial. So
that's true.
What do you
really
think,
quick.
Mo? Windows lost 400 million users in the last 3 years. What's your
how's it,
take?
Mo?
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! That's what I say. The count decade. Good.
Yeah,
Through
I know.
them.
I
I've been
agree.
trying to get if they could get rid of, if they could just port over all of the anti-cheats to Linux, I'd never use Windows again, like ever again. So fuck them.
Yep.
From what I'm seeing, ABF, this is just from a global Mac user base in 2024. There's only approximately 100.4 million users on Mac OS.
Yeah.
But they did say that they saw an increased amount of shipments for Macs in the first quarter here in 2025.
Okay. Yeah, because the Apple environment is kind of interesting. It's not a majority by any means. It's probably closer to like 8 to 10% usually. But for some reason, they make the most amount of money because the users that they have in that 8 to 10% like to spend money. That's why people try to get their apps put on the iPhone before Android, because those people drop more cash.
Apparently, as of last year, Windows was running on 1.6 billion active devices.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
I don't think Apple will ever overtake Windows. I think the Apple computer base will continue to increase, but I don't think it'll ever get that close to Windows.
Yeah. Shock says, shout out to Mac gamers, gay rainbow.
We love you too, Shaka.
Real quick, Gunho Mac. Someone say poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. It's not gay unless it's Switch 2. Beautiful. That is beautiful.
Gold star.
Jerry for $5. Oh, here we go. From darkness he draws near. People see it run with fear. For those with weak hearts are easily torn apart. Evil is it. The Sith Lord poet. Hail ABF.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Lord
very
Sith.
nice. Very nice.
Dark Lord of the poem.
And Jeff, Sons of Shadows, gifted 5 memberships. Dude, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks.
Hey, he hit Gooch.
Nice.
Hey, I think
There
it hit you.
we
Too.
go.
Oh, and me. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
baby.
Drop some elbows.
John Ambler, member for 4 months. Disability Pride Month. Yo, that's whack. Now that crack comes on wheels, you'll never go back. Bars.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did you just say bars?
He did say bars.
Oh man. So to I just thought that was interesting. That came up on my feed a couple days ago, and then all of a sudden we had all this Microsoft stuff because so Microsoft had its fiscal year 2 days ago, and the end of their fiscal year, and they had a meeting with investors. I'm guessing there was some people that got yelled at, and Microsoft is laying off tons of people and they're saying that it's about 4% of the entire workforce, but that's just the start. It actually sounds like the previous firings that they had already put on the books that haven't rolled out yet, mixed with these, is going to be about 10% of the entire company. And they're saying that this is just jobs being lost across every department of everything.
That's crazy.
I don't know. They try to word it in a way that sounds like it's not hitting gaming as hard, but it sounds like it's like primarily aimed at the gaming parts of the company. So,
how far back do you think these jobs go? Is this like fallout from the lockdown when all these companies were putting out these remote hires, possibly, or do you think
maybe it's probably a mix of a lot of things. That there's definitely some of that going on. People that just are not qualified. That and what do they call it? They call it the silent quitting, right? Where they just stop doing their job, and they just go to work and they watch us on their computer instead of doing their job the entire time, right? They're just on YouTube all day long, and then as soon as a manager comes up to them and says, "Hey, man, you're not doing your work," they say, "Oh, well, I wasn't going to anyways. Just go ahead and fire me." But they just need to have that one talk to get them out of there. And there's a lot of those people left over from COVID times, especially since having to go back into work. But
the best example of that is Ubisoft and Tencent. If Tencent manages to get some like actual sort of structural control of Ubisoft, there's a lot of workers right now that are staying home in protest because they don't want to come and do their full-time job. And Ubisoft is letting it happen right now. If Tencent gets full control, they're just going to fire them on the spot. That's just what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's happening in Microsoft. Someone's just came in and said, look, we need to hit the button now, fire them all. That's it.
Well, I think the real motivator behind, because it was only 2 days ago from that meeting, like I was saying, I think that they said, hey, the company's not running as lean as it could be. Get them out of here. Because whenever there's a investor meeting and stuff like that, and things don't go well, firing people makes the stock go up. So Professor Savage Dad for $5. ABF puts the gay in gaming. And then gives a shout out to @Mozamboni. I wonder why he had Mozamboni on his mind as he was typing in gay.
Yeah, because you got an insult to both. Because obviously,
I don't know.
You're the genesis, but then you invited Mo on, so it's like it's both your fault. I think that's what he's getting at.
Well,
I'm literally gay adjacent. He said called you gay. I'm just in the next sentence over. So
yeah. Well, I was just trying to deflect by breaking up Mo, but thank you. And we have Chell, who has told us that's how his name is pronounced. Gifted 5 memberships, dude. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And what is your avatar? Is that a full-size burger giving out little sliders?
He's eating a burger.
I was gonna say, I think it's eating a burger.
Oh, is he eating it? Oh,
can of burger.
Can of burgism.
Can of burgers.
The way the way the cheese is, it almost looks like a napkin. Tucked in the shirt,
like a bib.
Yeah. Little crap spindle.
Don't want any ketchup on my burger body.
Let's see here. Okay, so like I was saying, 2 days ago was their fiscal year, and this article basically says that it was expected. This is from Windows Central, by the way. Everybody's probably pulling up the articles from that Park Place. I was trying to be different. The figure represents around 4% of Microsoft's total global workforce and has hit every department within the company. Microsoft has already had multiple rounds of layoffs this year with headcounts, with a headcount reduction in January and a further 6,000 staffers laid off in May.
And Xbox was affected by that one because we covered it.
Part of the restructuring. Layoffs this calendar tallies around 15,300 or around 6.7%. And I guarantee you someone said 10%, and they're just trying to slow roll this out, we're still researching which departments have been hardest hit, but Microsoft's gaming operation isn't bearing the brunt of the layoffs at this time. See, I disagree. Unless gaming operation is referring to something else besides Xbox, right?
I mean, what does Microsoft have cooking for the rest of the year? It's like just really Halo.
So one of the things, and I think it talks about it here actually. No, maybe we're just getting to it. So Microsoft Azure, I think is how you pronounce it. That's their like what do you call it?
Azure. Yeah,
Azure. It's like the Amazon Web Services, AWS sector of their company, where like if you don't want a physical machine at your work,
Smash
you can
Raid.
rent one.
Oh,
Smash
Smash
Raid.
Raid.
Thanks.
Oh.
Thanks, dude.
What up? Welcome in.
And real quick too, Mo, you
Sure.
might like this. It seems sales and marketing teams in other divisions seem to have been significantly impacted. Although it wouldn't be surprising if engineering was taking a hit too, given the rise of AI. But I thought the marketing part was interesting because, as I just showed, I don't know if you were here when I showed this, but I think their marketing department could do better. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's always where the most bloat is.
Thanks,
And
Smash.
it's usually because of the nature of the sales and marketing department. It usually consists of I hate to say it, but I've seen it time and time again. I've worked with a lot of teams and on a lot of teams. It usually consists of majority women who are there's no alpha. They're all side. They're all like we're all on the same level, which no division works that well at all like that.
yeah.
And that's how they usually become so bloated, because they keep hiring their friends or they keep hiring people because they're not willing to put people in a crunch. They're not willing to take charge. And it usually comes from effeminate leadership. And that's just the truth. If there's not somebody saying, hey, we need to hit this deadline, this needs to happen, and you're not getting the people that are willing to put in the work, then you get these bloated, especially in woke corporations, you get massively bloated sales and marketing divisions. So yeah, that's usually the easiest ones to fire because they offer nothing of substance to the company for the most part, aside from a few people.
Yeah.
You got to be
and
the Sigma male, no skibbity, dog.
here, check this out.
You got that Riz.
Remember this horrible marketing that Jaguar did?
Yep.
Mhm.
Right? Jaguar sold
Oh,
49 cars in April.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so sad.
Yeah,
I mean,
think that,
they
like,
weren't doing well like in the past couple of years. And I
was gonna say, what are they normally selling?
both my grandfathers, they had Jags. Like, one of them had like a small XGS, and then the other one had like an XLR. And so I've basically grown up in the back of a Jaguar. They're really good cars. It's a shame what they've done to the company.
Yeah, I mean, for a minute they just turned into Fords. Remember that?
Oh,
Little
the
bit,
Type
yeah.
S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jag needed help because Jaguars would actually Minecraft themselves after a certain amount of miles. So
Yep. They just fall apart for no reason.
Yeah, and then when Ford bought them and they owned Aston Martin at the time, they kind of looked like Aston Martins in a way, which was fine because those look like awesome cars too. So
It's like, you know what Jaguar is? It's like a Chevy Chase trying to put the dam back together with chewing gum, and he keeps putting his finger in and all that kind of stuff. And then another one comes out and then holds that, that's a Jaguar essentially.
Then you had all those Jaguar motors and the Lincolns for a while, from what was it, like 05 to I don't know when. Like the Lincoln LS had the 4-liter Jaguar V8 in it, all that stuff.
Oh, dude. I knew a guy that I was in the LS club, and he had a Lincoln LS that had a blown motor, so he dropped a LS2 in it. So he had a 6-liter V8 in his Lincoln LS. It was hilarious, and people were like, "You can't put a Chevy engine in a Ford," and he's like, "It says LS on the badge, dude. It's meant for an LS motor."
Can I honestly
LS
just
swaps
say
box
with
bodies and New Edge Mustangs all the time. No one
Des the Jez there with his Conway 20 dog avatar there. It's awesome. My grandpa actually did have 2 Jags of the same car so that he could put stuff in and out of the other one. I shit you not, he actually did.
That's hilarious. Well, I do have 2 Lexus. One for getting around and one for climbing over rocks.
Yep.
Let's see here.
British Leyland for the win.
British Leyland. Wow. Now there's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Okay, so there is more news to go with the Microsoft stuff. So Microsoft continues Xbox layoffs for this jobs cut at King, Turn 10, ZeniMax, ZeniMax Media, and more. So I highlighted them here. Mobile game developer King, which I believe is the creator or the developers of Candy Crush.
Yep, it's the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Which is crazy because like everyone in the world's played that game. That's like an Angry Bird level.
There will be a bank vault somewhere in the world that just says Candy Crush on it. Yeah.
Bloomberg's Jason Schreier also reports that Rare's Everwild, which was a large project in development, being canceled, as well as confirmed the closure of the initiative and the cancellation of Perfect Dark. So
I'm gonna get into that one.
I have another article on that. Also, I found this kind of crazy. I didn't think that Forza was looked at as like, I don't know, maybe it was just bleeding money, but I thought that Forza
it doesn't sell well.
I thought that Forza Horizon was doing all right, and that was propping it up. But they killed 50% of the developers at Turn 10.
Yeah,
So,
because
it's crazy.
Because I paid attention to the charts when it came out on PlayStation. Because first of all, Game Pass has killed Forza. That's just what's happened.
Yeah,
and then when it came out on PlayStation, it went straight to number 1, and then everyone who wanted the game bought the game, and it went straight back down.
Dude, I love the Aston Martin DB7 from like Goldfinger. Yeah, I don't even
5.
I think,
it's got to be the 5. It's got.
I think there's like maybe like 15 of them in the United States, so it's like not even attainable, But
those are
gorgeous
nice cars,
car,
man.
Yeah, the DB4 is what it is. Yep.
From Goldfinger,
the original one, Goldfinger. Yeah. Well, yeah. Because
maybe you're right.
DB5.
Yeah, from Goldfinger it was a DB4, but
yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
you're right. It is a
also
DB5.
cool.
They look very similar. Yeah. All right. It's close. It's not as different as they were years forward.
Always trust the British guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we did 249 years ago. Is trust the British guy.
Well, talking James Bond here.
Yeah. Those movies were on every single Saturday morning. You just had to go and pick one. That's it.
Yeah. If none of you guys have seen any of the Bond films, like you're missing out. Just start from the first one, work your way through it. Oh, it's so great.
Timeless. Yep.
I love his outfits. Nobody knows that's not a Chinaman.
Wasn't the first Bond like his character in something? Wasn't it like a TV show or a movie where it was a comedy?
Casino Royale was a comedic movie. Yeah.
Right. And I have a vague memory trying to watch it one time and it wasn't very good. So don't watch that. Just start with like Goldfinger or something.
Dr. No.
Dr. No. Thank you. Yeah.
Spectre.
That was a terrible one. Quantum of Solace.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, we also have
Sorry, I thought
ZeniMax, where they're primarily in UK, and also Maryland, but that may as well be the UK.
Yeah, it's just marketing team, so this is just going to be like a wash and rinse kind of thing.
Yeah, and they also, I can't remember. I was reading about it. They had a large project that they sunk a few years into that is just being canceled. So, yeah, there's
probably some live service garbage that the industry is finally starting to turn tail and run on just a little bit, not completely.
So Phil Spencer's message to the staff: today we are sharing decisions that will impact colleagues across our organization to position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. We will end our decreased work in certain areas we will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specifics of today's notifications and any organizational shifts will be shared by your team leaders in the coming days. And there's already people like putting their resumes out and like being loud about how they're being fired and stuff like that. So I would expect some more information to come out over the next couple of weeks as to, you know, the gravity of which areas people are being fired from and how many people.
Oh, they're trimming the fat. I've got a tweet here. Hold on a second. Because they're keeping all like the creatives and people that actually know how to build a game and things. It's literally just marketing departments. I think this is what it is. It's a big marketing purge right now. Because we've got here from the Indiana Jones game, Autumn Rosedale. I just clicked on her bio. She's a brand manager. That's all. Well, I was just hit with the unfortunate news, and my time with Bethesda has come to an end. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to work. Blah 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 blah. But the funny part is, someone checked Phil Spencer's account, and he booted up Indiana Jones in the Great Circle today. So it's like I'm crying. Phil Spencer just fired people who made Indiana Jones, then booted up the game.
That's amazing.
To throw fuel on the fire, check this out. So Unusual Whales, account I like to follow, has pretty good breaking like economic news. Microsoft has requested 6,327 H-1B visas, mostly from India and Washington, per Amanda Goodall. I'm guessing that's some sort of like economic paper or something like that. That same month, it laid off 2,300 workers in the state. And I think they're a little bit late to the game talking about the 15,000 total. So
is this the part where we pull out our tinfoil hats? Because there's a lot of roads we can go down in this one.
Yeah.
Big Microsoft and a certain Mr. Gates, man. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that Gates, I think he's like a member of the board still, but he doesn't really run things or do anything over there anymore. He's more about trying to figure out how to change the weather and solve malaria in Africa. Right?
Who knows? Maybe his, globalist wiring is still infecting the company. You never know. Maybe that's it. Great replacement brought to you by Microsoft.
Yep. I don't know. What about you, Mo? Do you like that Bill Gates wants to put weather machines up?
Yeah. I also like that he's making mutant mosquitoes. Yes, that's always good.
Ooh,
He's basically turning into Baxter Stockman from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So. But with fat tits.
I'll get you, turtle.
Dude, hold on. Let me find it. I gotta find this video. Hang on. Talk about yourselves for a second here.
The tabernacle choir. They need a tabernacle, no choir.
Isn't Bill Gates trying to make water out of poop in like Africa still?
What?
What's the point? They'll just make a house out of it anyway. I'm sorry. That's just what happens.
Oh,
Folks.
it's the best.
All that Live Aid bullshit. It didn't work.
I think it's egged, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. That was the richest dude in the world at that time, and he just gets a pie in the face. It's hilarious.
Let's just leave that on.
Good aim.
That's why he created Coke.
Dude, there's got to be tears behind that frosting. There really is.
Oh, dude, that must have hurt. That was just frosting on a paper plate, and the dude just freaking
glasses though.
He is wearing glasses though. That might have
look. He's properly shocked though. Like he's like
he's severely startled. Yeah.
Hold on. This moment right here, he hates humanity and he wants to put up weather machines.
He's right back in high school when he got that wedgie, when he got dunked in the toilet bowl. He's right back there.
I'm a billionaire. I'm rich. Nobody will question me. Get to the locker, nerd. Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh man, where'd my tab go? I got distracted by the whole Bill Gates getting hit with a pie. 1 second.
We need to just leave that on a loop.
Yeah.
Okay, I found my place again. All right, so this story started going around at multiple different news outlets saying that Phil Spencer will retire as CEO after the next gen console launch. for Xbox, but then the article specifically saying he isn't had to come out immediately after that, because I think it was actually like affecting stock prices and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what happens.
But I don't know. I almost think that maybe that prediction could still be true, and it sounded like it was from like a reputable source as well, but they just didn't want that news to come out yet, so they were like, "No, not happening." But
Bye, Sophie.
Sophie,
Peace.
Have fun.
she just like
Don't kill your
pops
student.
in here, makes a bunch of demands, and then leaves.
Mm-hmm.
ABF, pull up this. ABF, tell him a bit.
Yeah.
LBF, make sure you do this.
Yeah,
Bye,
I,
guys.
give, I give her exactly what she wants, and then she dips anyways. So maybe I should just not listen to her anymore. Nah, I can't
Good
do
way to go
that.
about it in general, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can't do that though, because then she's gonna go around and start showing everyone that avatar that she made of you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. I'll show you later.
Yeah, sure, later. Yeah, sure. And then I found this tweet. It's a pretty good summary of what's going on. The Initiative closed down. Perfect Dark canceled. Everwild canceled. New ZeniMax Online Studios IP canceled. 50% of Turn 10 gone. 10% of King gone. Layoffs at Raven Software. Arcane Austin closed down. Tango Gameworks nearly lost forever. Alpha Dog Games closed down. Roadhouse Studios closed down. Blizzard's Odyssey canceled.
Wow.
I need to look up what Odyssey is, but this is the one of the first things I saw was hitting Blizzard also. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think the future of Xbox is? Because I think, they made a bunch of moves trying to walk in the shadow or in the footsteps of Steam, right? But also wanted to still be like Sony at the same time. But those two things can't happen at the same time. Do you think that they actually screwed themselves over by trying to be the Netflix of games?
Oh, for sure.
I think so for sure. Yeah.
They've not screwed us over. They've screwed over the studios, and they won't screw themselves. That's it. It's the middle people, all the people that are making these games. All these studios are getting closed down.
I feel like they're speed running Stega's story arc from 25 years ago. They're just going into third party. That's what it feels like to me. But
the only thing that's saving them at this point is the big stuff like COD.
That's a good point, though, Norman, because it's not just Game Pass. It's multiple things. It's they acquired all those companies because they could, move money around conveniently from those studios on the ledgers in the accounting area for Game Pass, right? But
because we don't know how all those deals go down when it's like an internal company putting your game day one on Game Pass. Like, where does the share come from? That doesn't make sense.
I actually found something the other day, and I don't know if you can use this as a rule of thumb, if you will. Calm down, Mo. So Rematch, and this is like a soccer game or whatever. I know nothing about it, but I was
makers of seafood.
Yeah, so I was kind of interested just in the fact that they sold 1 million units and had 3 million players, and the way that happened is that it launched on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So, like, can you somehow turn this 1 to 3 into how Game Pass pulls those numbers? I don't know.
I suppose. I mean, that's 2 million subscriptions, I guess, maybe.
Yeah. So
unless it has some sort of play with a friend function, but I would imagine so.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see here. We also have.
Yeah, Olympus makes a good point. Large percentage of Game Pass users getting discounted service. I know a lot of ISPs offer it in a package. Yeah, it's kind of like the Disney Plus of gaming right now. Get it for $5.99 with your phone deal or whatever.
Yeah, and when you're applying Game Pass to your own IPs, you're just cucking yourself at that point, right? Because you're not actually selling
Because obviously with PlayStation, you've got Sony. They've already got a streaming service with their movies, so they don't really need to do it with the gaming. And you can technically do game streaming on there as well.
Yeah.
So they're not as embedded. I imagine this is just a leftover plan from COVID, and Xbox is the only one that's actually gone through with it.
Really quick, since we have 172 people across all platforms, could you please do me a favor and click the thumbs up button? It seems like YouTube has been like unsubbing people, like almost like it's shedding Twitter bots or something. And I think that happens when people hit the subscribe button and then don't interact with videos. So
please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Yes, please do.
Otherwise, Nagano will show you his feet.
Oh,
no,
don't
I'll
want
show
that.
you my feet.
Oh, God,
No.
no.
Unsubscribe
No.
right now, please.
Dude,
Please.
Mo legit has a big toe that looks worse than Brie Larson's busted feet. Yeah.
Oh,
You don't want that.
No, you literally don't. I've shown it. And he's like, delete it right
please,
now.
for all of our sake, like the video, comment, anything helps.
We were at the Airbnb in Vegas. I was like, bro, put socks on, please.
And I did for the rest of the trip. Yeah, I put him up on it. So it was like a couch where you had like one giant square like footrest in the middle. So I just kind of leisurely put mine up. He's like, put some socks on.
Get that thing out
I
of
played
here.
a lot of basketball. All right, I've lost my big toe a lot of times, and it shows. So,
Lost your
yeah.
big toe.
Yeah,
like
I got it
it's a-
popped off. Yeah,
Like it's a lizard.
like a
lizard
hood
tail?
on a 36 Ford. It just goes whoop, like came off 3 times in my life. Yep.
Oh my god.
Breezy's Comics and Collectibles member for 1 month. Hail a rich ABF off work all week, so I'm playing lots of video games and finishing up JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
Nice. Yeah, have fun with that.
That's a good one.
Always a great feeling when you don't have shit to do and you got a game in front of you.
Don't know if we got this one.
Oh, let's see here. I don't believe so. David Elias, Independent Courier, for $2. Jags always had electrical issues. An electric vehicle? Lol, no, dude, you're right. You know what also has bad electrical issues was Range Rovers.
Dude, Range Rover's so trash.
That's because back then all the electricals, I mean, they still do, but it's not in the same like congealed way. They all went through the same loom, and they all went through the same thread. So if one thing breaks, it just affects the whole thing. It's like a light bulb going out in a Christmas tree.
Yeah, or you have like bad designs where they'll put like the actual computer for everything like in the valley of the motor for no reason, so it gets affected by heat after a few years. You know. Yeah.
And sometimes they'll wrap it around the car, so you have to start in the engine and go all the way around checking the whole thing.
Yep. And then you got to pay someone $50 an hour the voltmeter to figure it out. David Elias for another 2. Ain't no Kada here, guys. Stop. What were we talking about? Oh, feet.
Big toes.
We got Sked back here. That's worse.
You think I would? You think I would cure him of his foot fetish if I showed him mine?
I mean, it might be
You're
worth
like,
a
"No,
try.
Sam, I'm
It would cure anybody.
Might be worth a try, Mo.
Well, let's try.
I don't know, dude. You might have to send me to Shutter Island to make me straight again.
Even that wouldn't work.
Hey, if you
Okay,
took
let's
me on an island with
go.
Scarlett Johansson, that would make anyone straight.
I'm not taking this from a
Preach it.
bald dude.
You're
Nerd
bald.
Scout. By
Oh.
choice.
Norman, here's an excellent question for you. What was that movie? Was it called The Passenger or The Passengers with Chris
Passengers?
Pratt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Would you wake up ScarJo? So if
Probably
anyone
not.
doesn't know,
Probably not.
Chris
That's
Pratt is on like a seed ship going to like a different planet, and it takes like
Yeah.
100 years to get there. He somehow wakes up, like his pod malfunctions or something, so
That's
then
right.
he pretends that another really hot chick's pod also malfunctions, and all of a sudden you had a girlfriend.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Sounds all right.
It was back when Hollywood was just making anything, but it was good. You know, it was fine. It was kind of like, I've got to be honest, it was kind of like an episode of Doctor Who scaled up.
Yeah,
That's kind of what it was.
Yeah.
rating out of 10, The
No.
Passengers.
I mean, it's not that good of a movie, but to answer your question, would you have woken up ScarJo? I mean, yeah. Why
Yeah.
not?
I mean, she's right there, but I don't know. I think my conscience could probably survive being alone, but I don't probably not, but I don't know. That's a
See,
tough one.
I think
which,
his
which,
problem.
which ScarJo are we talking? We're talking Iron Man 2, we're talking Infinity War, we're talking Black Dahlia. Like, where are we going
Wait.
here?
You're telling me you wouldn't wake up Scarlett Johansson if you were by yourself, alone in space?
I mean, there's the
And
What's
I'm
his
not the
face?
straight one.
Right, you know what, though?
I'm not
On
the straight
some level,
one.
though, a little bit of respect to Norman for that, because I mean that would be a tough thing to resist. I got to be honest. So some respect.
I can
Well-
survive eternity. That would be fine.
I think
sure.
the
I'm sure.
the only failure on Chris Pratt's part was getting caught, right?
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
think what he should have done is had a third pod malfunction and have
Well,
that guy as the fall
Wasn't
guy.
it the
Wait,
wasn't
wait,
it the
wait.
bartender guy that lets it loose or something?
Mhm.
Like he just says it by accident, and then as they're talking or whatever.
Instead of being another guy, get
reprogram
another
the bartender
girl.
guy, and then you're fine.
No.
Ooh.
You get a second check.
That's a good point.
You get a second check.
Keep
Oh,
them
and
on
then
opposite
That's
sides.
the
of
play.
ship.
That is the play.
You wouldn't have a dull
Or-
moment with the love triangle.
But
going
that's
on,
it. We
right?
just,
Because in case
play
one
chaos,
chick-
or we just play
Yeah.
chaos and we wake everyone up. That's it. Yeah, that's it. We'll all have a party.
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Yo, Jeff.
Yeah, now that I think about the movie, it basically is like a Doctor Who plot. Like you send it Chris Pratt as the Doctor. He wakes up somewhere in a ship. What's going on? And then someone else wakes up, and then oh my god, there's a larger plot. Like oh my god, there's actually an evil plot here because the corporation and whatnot. It's spoilers, but you know it's an old movie. You're probably not going to watch it.
Probably not.
Let's see here, and we also have more layoff stuff.
Jeez.
So, we're not layoff, but issues. Subnautica studio leadership gutted by Crafton, which outright says that Subnautica 2, which is basically Subnautica 3, needs renewed energy and momentum. Let's see here. So this game, Erwin has been really excited for. Oh, they don't have a picture of it, but people are kind of concerned that it's like DEI heavy. And that might actually be causing some of this friction within the company. But they announced major leadership exodus from Subnautica developer Unknown Worlds, and a move that casts fresh doubt on the prospects of Subnautica 2.
AP.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Atomic Patriot gifting 20 memberships.
Wow.
Thank you.
What a beast.
Whoa.
Huge.
How come I can only hear people in my right ear all of a sudden?
Testing.
Hello.
Check.
Wow.
I hear it on both sides on my end.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just your
Having a
retarded headphones.
stroke or
Okay.
something.
My headset's retarded. Let me find a clip for you. Let's see here.
Oh, he hit X-ray girl. And
Nice.
Beast.
Oh.
Did not
Dude,
hit
can't
Jess
be
though.
you.
Did
Where'd you
not.
gotten?
Did not hit Jess.
Captain Cook.
It's not going to. Still nothing.
Did French Moon just get one from somebody else?
Is it
Oh,
doubling up?
my headset just reset and everything's fine.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, it mended itself. How crazy is that?
Balance is restored.
I blame
Um,
StreamYard.
You hit a lot of people.
Here we go. AP.
Everybody. Jeff Bezos came, Bill Gates came, Mark Zuckerberg came. Many of them came numerous times. The bankers have all come. Everybody's coming.
Everybody's coming.
Everybody's coming.
25
Another
gift memberships.
five.
Oh, damn. Dude.
Freak, man.
wow.
AP, another 5. Thank you so
He hit
much.
Sevy.
Sevi, common
Where's the
nerds.
protagonist?
Common nerds. Yeah.
Nice.
We
There's
might-
Jess still.
The common nerds. We might have to add another avocado.
Ooh.
Yay.
Here, in fact, for that
You
one.
gotta add a nerd scalp emote.
Ooh, good point.
I got one. I can send it to you.
Uh-oh. Let's see here. This one's
Oh,
great.
man.
Sorry, Mo.
But look how human her hand is. The skill with which she picks things up. The way that she can grasp a tool like that the way she uses her brain to imitate.
Very nice.
Shout out to Isaac for making that like a year ago. It's hilarious.
Maybe you should try some cigarettes, Isaac. I think it was Risket actually that did that, but
Was it
would
Risket? Maybe it was.
It was Risket, but it still
I don't know.
applies.
Said he
Isaac
did.
should probably light a few lung darts, make his voice drop a little bit.
Yeah, see, I knew it was Isaac.
Damn.
Oh, thank you, Nick, for correcting me. It was Jennifer Lawrence. But
Which,
I mean,
does that change things at all? I don't know.
aren't they kind of interchangeable?
No, that changes things. That changes.
Does it?
Wait, so it wasn't ScarJo?
She's
No,
less attractive
Jennifer
than
Lawrence.
ScarJo.
Yeah.
But you're still all alone
Oh,
up in
right.
space.
She's a little. I think she's a bit more. She's crazier than ScarJo is, though.
It's fine by me, bro. It's all
No,
good.
I think ScarJo's also pretty mental.
Dude, you're going
they're
through space for like 100 years. Like you got time to work things out. So
That's true. Oh well, yeah. It's like I can fix her, so we've got time. It's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, why not?
yeah,
Pull the plug.
Jennifer Lawrence. No, thanks. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
I didn't know
Let's
we had
be
that many
serious.
Jennifer Lawrence.
You want to be trapped in a spaceship with the world's first female action star?
World's first female space ranger.
Dude, those memes are crazy.
Oh, you know what? Actually, Isaac has a great point here. He's got a great point.
Well, here we go.
Day one, you gotta wake up. Trisha Helfer.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, would
Can't disagree.
would Isaac for $2? Correct.
Hard
Easy
would.
picks.
Yeah. I mean, you better hope
Pause.
that she's in a pod on your ship, but also if it's one of those ships, like I don't know if you guys ever watched The Expanse, but I just imagine that those like seed ships are primarily Mormons trying to populate the universe.
I've only watched like maybe 2 or 3 episodes, but I'm gonna go back and finish that show once I'm done with everything else. It's a good show.
It's good. It kind of reaches a point and then just continually goes down from there. But it still gives you more action. The space battles are freaking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Got a Tom and Patriot with a $5 segue there.
Nice.
For $5. Did y'all see the Perfect Dark remake was canceled? Yes, actually.
We
Let's
did.
go ahead and we'll pivot to that. Where did that damn tab go for that one? Stand by, please.
Holding.
Yo, Comics Dad, what's
Oh
up?
man,
How you doing?
Yo, yeah.
You doing?
You know what? It might be gone.
Does this qualify as simp status for Isaac?
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
absolutely.
You would prefer the cold vacuum of space. I prefer just, you just got to talk to her for a little bit. That's all. You'll break it down eventually. It's just you two, Calm down, Isaac.
I lost the tab that it was on, but there's not much to go on it anyways. It's just the game Perfect Dark was getting remade, and it appears to have been canceled, which is a good thing based on what some of the developers had been saying in the past.
Yep.
Sounds like it was just full of a bunch of freaks over there. So
The other thing notable is that the creative director for Marvel's Wolverine left last summer to go work there, and now it's canceled. So, yeah, even they brought in help to save the game and couldn't even be saved.
yeah. Yeah, even Jeff Knightley is tweeting about how it got canceled.
He got absolutely roasted online as well.
Yeah. I mean,
When
he
the trailer
deserves it
came out
though.
with that, the
Yeah.
square-headed
Can't
woman.
stand him.
Let's see here. But let's get back to Subnautica really quick because this is interesting. So I'm just gonna go over this really quickly. The Subnautica designer and director, Charlie, the CEO and the co-founder all have left abruptly.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Abruptly.
yes.
Hmm.
I kind of have doubts.
Fired?
No, they decided to leave.
Oh.
Yeah, I see a new studio on the horizon. Someone's got investors. There's
Yeah.
going to be a new project on the way. You're seeing it with Witcher 3. You're seeing it with the old Mass Effect devs. You're seeing it all across the gaming industry right now.
Yeah. So as you can see here, Subnautica 2 has been in development for at least 4 years, and in the window, it should have been released. The studio's creative leadership has left instead. So yeah,
Bummer.
let me find the Steam page for that really quick, because
Oh wow, that's an amazing avatar right there.
we were all
Beautiful.
kind of concerned about this game.
It's a beautiful avatar.
Quality.
Too bad we can't like full screen that.
Schick for 199. I'll leave this here. Trump.
Short and sweet.
Hell yeah. I'm not gonna share audio. Just gonna let the video play and
pretty colors.
yeah, spot the DEI yourself.
Oh, look at that. That's a pretty colors.
Hmm.
Is that Miles Morales?
Might as well be.
Look, he's doing the reverse dive thing that he does off the skyscraper. Yeah, what's
into
that
the,
danger?
into the
You know?
divers verse.
Yeah.
Diving with the exaggerated swag of a black team.
I mean, if you unmute it, is there hip hop music playing right now?
Nah, I'll do my own thing.
Oh, it's a fish girl. What's up with
I was
these?
gonna
What's up
say,
with
yeah.
eyes? What's up with
She
eyes
looks
this
like a fish.
generation? There's just
It's not Gwen Stacy, it's Glenn Stacy.
oh,
There's always a bigger fish.
it's always a big fish.
Yep. So I don't know. Erwin, Nerd Wars, super excited about that game. I couldn't get excited for it. Well, Vagabundo, clearly you didn't see all that technology in that suit, you know, because they can make Iron Man suits now. I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh yeah, you just have to make a deal with the devil. It's fine.
No, dude, you could do it in your garage with a used car and somehow no vibranium in sight, but the suit has vibranium in it.
Yeah, not even a little bit of arc reaction energy. Just go for it. Yeah.
I mean, Tony Stark did it in the cave.
With a box of scraps.
That's right.
I saw another one on Twitter or X the other day, where it's like, remember in Iron Man 3 when he doesn't have his suit and he just goes to a hardware store and he makes a bunch of weapons, or like Christmas ornaments, and he gets like, a needle gun and stuff like that. And he just goes mental on a full squad of guys, private security.
Yeah, it makes like a bunch of like less than lethal weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see here. Are we starting? We're starting late for late and gay, right, Mo?
Yes, late. We get to be late and gay instead of straight and on time, so we get to take a little time.
Do you
I'll
need
probably
to take
bounce in
off
about 5 minutes.
in about
Nope,
5?
I'm
All right.
working on stuff right now as we speak. I'm multitasking.
Okay.
So
Let's see. Last story for today. Kotaku has been sold off. So
Oh no.
Oh
I-
no.
Oh no.
I was actually
Anyways.
happy I found this article because they go over the timeline. So Kotaku was a part of Jalopnik and a part of Lifehacker and Gizmodo and all those, and they kind of all split to different companies. So 23 Lifehacker, Jezebel, I don't remember what that one was, and Splinter
No idea.
sold off. Deadspin, I know everybody was real sad about that one. Paste Media, yeah, this AV Club and the Takeout, The Onion, and these are all pretty lefty sites. Gizmodo sold, then Jalopnik. This is what originally got me into this whole sphere was Jalopnik. I used to be, real glued into car stuff until electric cars came out and made muscle cars kind of But
I'm basically looking at Latin here. I think these are all American sites.
yeah. So Jalopnik, they kind of just like started doing a bunch of like anti-Trump stuff, and people were like, "Dude, I'm here to like hear about the latest Camaro stuff, stuff."
this is the Wendy's.
Yeah, this is a Wendy's.
This is a Wendy's.
And then Kotaku went Kellops, which is where Gizmodo is. So they found each other again. I don't know what you guys think about this, but Kotaku has been garbage, and they've been facilitating Gamergate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, I've never used Kotaku in my life. Like I hardly ever use gaming sites.
Me neither.
There's very few you can trust these days. So like, I try, like Insider Gaming, they make a mistake every now and a while, but they usually own up to it. VGC is quite good. That's basically it.
Yeah.
There's really only one thing we can do with Kotaku getting sold off. Sit back, point, and laugh.
Yep.
That's all we can do.
Yeah, haha, fuck you, Kotaku.
All you had to do was make your game guides. That's all you had to do.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, I don't think we have. Well, you know what? There's one more thing we can talk about. One sec. Neil Druckmann steps away from the Last of Us HBO show. Got a statement today. Let's see if I can find it.
Anyways.
So season 3 might be good. Sorry, I know.
Or they just cancel it.
Possible.
Fingers crossed. Maybe. But he's trying to sugarcoat this with the statement. I made the difficult decision to step away from my creative involvement in The Last of Us on HBO. With work completed on season 2 and before any meaningful work starts on season 3, now is the right time for me to transition. Hopefully not that kind of transition. My complete focus to Naughty Dog and its future projects.
Oh, wonderful.
Including writing and directing our exciting next game, Intergalactic, the Heretic.
You're still writing it?
Yeah.
It's in active development. If you're still writing a game when it's in active development, you're walking down the wrong path, buddy.
Along with my responsibilities at studio head and head of creative, co-creating the show has been a career highlight. I mean, sure, I guess for season 1, I think season 2 is a stain on your career, but yeah. It's been an honor to work alongside Craig Mazin to executive produce, direct, and write the last 2 seasons. I'm deeply thankful for the thoughtful approach and dedication the talented cast and crew took to adapting The Last of Us Part 1 and the continued adaptation of The Last of Us Part 2. I think the Part 2 was the part that sucked.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be uncharted territory, though, so it'll be worth watching out of curiosity, at least, just to get a new part of story.
So,
couldn't care less.
I found this little summary here from Culture Crave. Craig now has full creative control. Co-showrunner Neil Druckmann has left, along with the writer. The Caitlin is confirmed as the main lead in the season. But what I found interesting,
is that Abby?
The writers' room consists of 3 people. One of them is from Naughty Dog.
Okay.
So take that for what you will, I guess.
When you can
kinda
tell,
like,
they
Dave
so
Filoni was
much.
trained by George Lucas. He knows all the things. That's kind of what that feels like to me.
Yeah, a little bit.
What was that
Good
stank?
comparison?
You can tell though, like they've changed a lot from the game. Like they didn't stay true to the games. I played through both of them pretty heavily, but like, yeah, and I mean, even the games were kind of like, virtue signaling a lot, but they amped that up so heavy. They took out a lot of the things that made the game decent, and yeah.
Which is annoying because it's actually a really well-made game. It's just filled with shite.
First one, I didn't see anything like woke about the first. I mean, aside from like the DLC where Ellie had a girlfriend or whatever, but
right.
Other than that, the first game was phenomenal. I was so pumped for the second one, and then we got those leaks, and we were just like, no.
Why didn't they?
The game came out, and it turned out to be a complete lie. So
why is it always
Naughty Dog, as Jeremy always says?
Why is it always games that add the gay stuff later? It's because they have to build an audience off of something, right? And then later on, just like Borderlands, where they turned Hammerlock into a gay dude, the fucking like high tea hunter guy in the narrative. I don't know. Yeah. And season 1, like everybody knows, I bailed on episode 3 for obvious reasons. It was like
I've not watched a second of the show. I didn't play the games, so I'm not going to watch the show.
Episode 3 was terrible.
Episode 3 was really well like thought out as far as the episode. You know, with the whole like surviving by yourself and all that. But then they introduced the gay stuff, and it was too much. Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
I never got that idea from playing the game. I never thought that character was gay for 1 second.
They kind of hinted at it, but it's literally only through like a findable piece of like, it's like a note or something that you read, and it like sort of hints at it, but it's not like, yeah. They did a whole episode on something that was literally glossed over completely in the game.
Well, now you wouldn't have noticed it since you're a cis male, you know.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was gonna bounce. I'll probably bounce too because we're using a new thing over there, and I don't want to have a repeat of the first time we used Google Maps.
It won't be like that.
I don't want to crash out, as the kids say nowadays.
Crash.
Anyways, guys,
Much
hopefully
love,
Naganol
gents.
doesn't crash out. Come check out Leighton Gay with the GCA episode 66.
Send in your memes.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
all right.
Intro.
Nice.
See you guys.
See you over there, Mo.
Pleasure as always.
See you, Mo.
Thanks for hanging out.
See you guys.
Later, Mo.
See you, gents.
Later, Nagi.
Peace. I'm gonna leave too.
All
Well,
right.
See you there.
Tell us where we can find you, Nagernal.
I made 2 videos today. One of them was on the new Red Dead update, which came out yesterday. They added a bunch of stuff that seemed pretty cool, like actual like zombies and kill the robots and some other stuff. So that seems pretty interesting. I'll definitely
Gonna be playing
more of
that next week. So if
Yeah,
anyone's on PS5, hit us up because we'll probably
we'll get a crew together. And the other one was on the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake thing, which I
Right
did
on.
find out that there's like a fan-made remaster that apparently was pretty good. So I'll probably just play it on the PS4 version, but yeah, that's just me. Other than that, yeah, you can find me on my channels over here, Nagernal, YouTube and Kick. And yeah, that's it. See you on the GCA.
Sweet.
All right.
See you,
Later,
big
man.
dog.
See you later, Loretta.
Damn. Is he still here? He's still here. He's just yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he just like he blinked 3 times and then clicked leave.
I think that was him calling for help.
That's crazy.
Him
Hell
blinking,
no.
he was calling for help.
Damn. We'll start outros here in a sec, but I saw Formula One or F1 yesterday.
Oh, nice. How was it?
And it was fun. It's exactly like people are saying. It's like Top Gun, but cars instead. It's just a great
Nice.
movie, fun to watch. I really recommend the movie because it's one of those movies where you're like, after you watch it, you're like, man, I'm like motivated to be better. You know what I mean? And Nick, you talk about that kind of stuff on your show that you're getting sued for about
Yes.
high tea stuff. So
Yes. Yeah. Trying to just basically, be a better man and, be a leader, recognize sometimes you have to step up to the plate and do things that might feel uncomfortable, but you're doing it because no one else will, or because you have to, the great thing about masculinity. So it's like, it's definitely why I want to see that movie. Cause I know for a fact, there's some good masculinity in it. And, maybe I'll cover it on Monday nights at 9 p.m. at some point in the future.
Ooh,
We'll
maybe
see.
so. And I'm not even a fan of Formula One. I just like
Yeah.
cars in general. So
Yeah.
maybe I liked it more than someone else would, but I don't know. Badger convinced me to see it, and he's like, I don't like cars. He's
Yeah.
like, but I like F1. So
And also, like, Brad Pitt's had a good run of it recently. Like, he's been jumping around genres, action, comedy,
Yeah.
now sports. Like, he's been hopping around Hollywood. It's pretty good.
And this is his second Apple movie, if I'm not mistaken, because the first one he was, I could be wrong about this, but I think the first Apple movie he was on was with George Clooney. It was called like The Wolf.
Oh yeah, the Wolves or something like
Wolves,
that. Yeah,
so they're both basically like hitmen, And they
Oh.
get sent to the same job, and they're like, "Who are you?" "I'm the guy." "Who are you?" "I'm the guy." It's like, "But who sent you?" "Can't tell you that." It's like, "You're gonna need to leave." And like, it's actually a pretty interesting movie. What's up, Gooch?
Yo, Gooch.
I mean, like, it's not the best movie, but I think in terms of the chemistry that George Clooney and Brad Pitt have, because they're seasoned actors, like they actually do a really good job. You know, it's not an in-depth sort of plot by any means, but
Does it kind of fall into that sort of Hitman's Bodyguard sort of genre sort of thing? Or is that a bit more
Probably.
serious?
I think there's a little bit more seriousness to it, but like I think in some cases it's also it can be a little campy at times.
Yeah.
I probably, it's almost like a little bit like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Right.
That's probably what they were
You know,
shooting for. That's probably how they sold it to investors. Even
it's with two alpha males, which honestly, the fact that there was nothing woke about it, so I'm like, this is actually a nice movie to see.
Okay.
So I think it's like, if you have Apple TV Plus, it's free to watch on there. There's obviously other ways of watching things on the high seas. So
I mean, if you're really lucky, it'll fall off the back of a truck.
Yeah.
Right. Might be able to find a physical copy somewhere. But
Maybe.
Don't watch.
I've ever watched of Apple TV is they do a pretty good documentary in 1971. All the music and stuff going on in Vietnam and Nixon and
Oh yeah.
a lot of cultural stuff in America. I think it's a very, very, very good documentary.
Don't watch F1 through illegitimate sources until it's out on DVD, because half of the fun with the movie is the audio. So-
Yeah.
And one thing I just want to point out before we do outros, Brad Pitt, I kind of realized how good of an actor he was in this movie when he was like delivering some of his lines. I don't know how to describe it, but he's a good actor.
Yeah,
He is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I mean, I'd say, what was the last movie I saw with him in? I mean, I know for just off the top of my head, like I thought he was really, really good in Bullet Train. Bullet Train's a pretty good movie overall, but
I think the last time I saw
Bullet
him
Train was good.
in the cinema was The Big Short. He had a sort of like bit part in that near
Big
the end.
Short? That was a good one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Had a lot of good talent in it. And it's,
I mean,
it's one of those
obviously-
ones you can just sit down and devour it because it's kind of like it's a fake documentary, I suppose. you might
Yeah.
call it.
Fight Club is probably one of his most well-known movies, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
oh, that's right, he was in Babylon.
We can't talk about that.
Oh. Is that the first rule or the second rule?
Of what?
What are we talking about?
I think the answer was yes.
I don't remember.
But Nick, where can people find you at?
You can find me the Plot Tracks back here on YouTube and on X. I will be on Zax's channel in like an hour and a half or less than that. As ABF mentioned, we're going to be talking about ultra American movies in lieu of our Independence Day in the greatest nation here on the planet. Tomorrow night on my channel, going to be streaming Space Marine Warhammer 40K 2.
Nice.
New horde mode dropped. It's a lot of fun. It's chaotic.
Cool.
It's tough, honestly, which is what adds to the fun. Depending on how long I play that and if I get burnt out or not, or just pissed off, I might switch over to Helldivers per usual. But definitely going to keep it in the 40K range for Space Marine 2. And then I will definitely be on my show Monday nights at 9 p.m. Without being sued for Masculine Mondays, where we talk about masculinity in cinema, why it's important, why we need to see it more, and focus on making men great again. And we're going to be talking about The Patriot, which is an ultra American movie.
One of my favorite movies, actually.
That is a good
Great.
movie.
Yep.
Where's our number one Mel Gibson fan in chat? There he is.
Skidback. What's your favorite patriotic movie?
My favorite patriotic movie? Probably Ooh, I don't remember what it's called, but me and Steakman watched it a couple weeks ago. It had Brad Pitt, and it had the guy who played the Punisher. I forget his name all the time. It was a war movie.
Kane.
Steakman. What was that movie we watched? That war movie.
Wait, I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was that war movie, dude. I forget the heck it was called. It was that World War II movie.
A couple of
Fury.
weeks ago.
The guys in the tank.
Oh,
Fury.
dude, that was
Fury is
months
sweet.
ago. That's a
That's a
great
good one.
movie.
Yeah.
There's a great movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
The
good.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf,
Yep.
yeah.
Dude, that's a beautiful movie.
LaBeouf.
That movie starts out brutal too.
Yeah, it does.
They're like, here's your
I
tank. By the
cried.
way, you need to clear out all the dead bodies that were in it previously.
yeah.
I cried at the end. I can't lie to you. But
Yeah.
that
Yeah, it's a
has to
rough
be my
watch.
favorite American movie, apart from Saving Private Ryan.
Nice.
But yeah, you guys could find me Mondays every week playing Ark. Every other week we'll be playing Ark with Stankman instead of them doing Marvel Rivals because he likes me more than Norman. Luckily.
Wild big claims. That's
Wow.
false.
Wow.
You can't even prove that, bro.
Just you wait till our outros get back.
That is insane.
But that's where you can find me on Kick Mondays. It's on right there. Big back with numbers because I can't spell right.
You spell really good.
I wish my teacher told me that.
You spell well.
Stickman, where can people find you at?
So you can find me on Kick, my Kick channel. I've been playing a lot of Tarkov, Hell Let Loose, you name it, Hunt, Showdown, Marvel Rivals. Been doing a lot of that recently. Every Monday, Tuesday, some Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. 6 p.m. Eastern's kind of like my go-to right now, but and then yeah, you'll find me here every Monday and Wednesday, and you can also find me on every other Sunday on Nerd Files with Nerd Scalp, Skidback, ABS. Usually, if all goes well. And the best patriotic movie, without a doubt, no questions asked, is Team America World Police.
Ooh, good one.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yep. America, fuck yeah.
I like it.
Yep. Freedom isn't free.
America.
Costs $1.05, right, Nerd Scalp?
Right. Oh yeah. I gotta agree though. Team America is by far probably the most patriotic movie that has ever been made. Second best would have to be Independence Day, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Welcome to Earth.
you can't forget Independence Day. But yeah, no, you can actually find me, Norman, and Stankman over on Kick in just a little bit. We're gonna be playing some FBC Firebreak.
Yeah.
Getting back into that. But yeah, it's been a pretty busy week. We're trying to get another episode of Nerd Files scheduled, but it's just been kind of a crazy past couple weeks. So we'll eventually get there. Eventually.
Oh yeah. Yeah, give everybody a follow on the panel here. They are trying to grow their Kick channels. Please help.
And our YouTube channels and all those lovely channels.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Click on
Norman.
the link trees.
Yes.
How about your channel?
In just under 20 minutes, I'm going live just on Kick tonight with Stanky down there and Nerd Scalp over there, FBC Firebreak. Gonna be jump back into that again, where I get the splash kit and putting out fires and things, and yeah, it's fun times.
Awesome. Well, I think we are running kind of late, and GCA already started, so we should be leading over there, rating into them, if you will.
Let's go.
Please do like and subscribe. If you're here and you don't know how you got here, just click those buttons anyways. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. We're professionals. We hit all the right buttons all the time. We never mess up.
Every time.
But I'll
Send
see
in your
everybody.
memes.
Yes, send in your memes, and I will see you all over on GCA for a secret memer.
Much love, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Cheers.
Who the fuck is Alec Baldwin's finger?
I can't see! I can't see! Of course you can't fucking see. I just shot a blank in your fucking eyes.
Hey, the trunk looks kind of small there, Anton.
This is live. I'm on live TV. Trunk's fine. As you can see, friend, it's not small. It's a big trunk. I'll show you right here.
Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker!
Hell, I know a dead hooker when I see one.